Yes, guys. Good evening. How are you all? Hope you're all doing well. Thank you very much for joining me again this evening. Yeah, we've got some Liverpool news to talk about tonight in this midnight hour. We've got this Chiesa news that's been spoke about today. We're going to talk about that and why it's so much BS. And we're going to try and undo what is actually going on with Chiesa right now. And then obviously we've got some transfer rumours are starting to hot up as we get closer to January. Liverpool apparently having scouts at the Benfica game yesterday. We know we desperately want a left back apparently. So, yeah, left back is on the cards. And a certain midfielder that used to play for Arne Slot at Feyenoord and loads more. But big up to everyone. Thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way in. Already got 43 people in here, so let's get them to 43 likes straight away. Share and subscribe as well. I'd really, really appreciate it. It helps the channel out massively. Thank you very much. And I've got hiccups as we start live, of course. Why not? Why wouldn't I? Yeah, look, before we start everything, I just want to talk about the game yesterday because, I didn't obviously do a watch long yesterday and all that, but I just want to get my views on it. I thought Liverpool, again, in a hard, difficult away European tie. I thought Liverpool played exceptionally well for about 80% of the game. I think we controlled 80% of that match yesterday away to Leipzig. I think people forget how good Leipzig are this season, how good Leipzig have been this season. Extremely good. And I thought that was a decent away performance. Not perfect, not great. I thought it was just a decent professional away performance, away to a very dangerous side, getting 3 points. Yes, later in the game, obviously, Leipzig, we scored some goals that are offside, started to dominate a little bit in the last 10 minutes, but Liverpool seeing out the game 1-0. All teams have their chances, man. So, yeah, I was happy with the result. I don't know about you guys in the chat. I thought it was just a very controlled, professional performance. And that is it. That's all we need. A very controlled professional performance. And great 3 points from Liverpool Football Club in the Champions League again last night. Some players that really stood out for me again. Thought Ryan Gravenberch playing in that DM role again. Looked absolutely fantastic. I believe he's won the most duels or won the ball back more than any other midfielder in the Champions League this season already. Again, just showing that he is a true number 6, no matter what people like to think. He is actually a defensive midfielder. That's a superb footballer. Szoboszlai struggling again. Back at his, former club at Leipzig. Again, struggling a little bit with his form, but his all-round play off the ball and his work rate. His work rate is second to none, so I can't fault him for that. His work rate is second to none. Darwin Nunez getting his goal. Was it going in? It looked like the header from Salah was going to hit the posts. And Darwin's there like all strikers should be, guys. So I'm happy for Darwin. I thought Darwin, again, played really well yesterday. Led the line fantastically well. Played that lone striker well, brilliantly. Running in behind, fantastic. Bullying defenders. Should have had a penalty. I don't know what VAR were doing with that decision, guys. It's absolutely nuts. That was a penalty all day long. And, yeah, it was good performance, guys. Cody Gakpo putting in some minutes, looking decent. Virgil and Canate looking great. Trent defensively looking good. Everything was good, man. Everything was good. We're happy days, man. Happy days over here. So, yeah, at this moment in time, things are going well. And obviously, we've got the Arsenal coming up Sunday. Biggest game of our Premier League season so far. I'll be talking about that tomorrow afternoon around 5 o'clock. So make sure you're joining me tomorrow afternoon about 5 o'clock. We're going to be breaking down the Liverpool Arsenal game this weekend. Big up Black Prince in the house. How you doing, man? Big up Jamie. It must be serious. It must be serious for you to be up so late. No, I'm not. I was doing a MMA show with Luke and Cal just now, so that's why I'm on a bit later. And I was doing the Europa League game with Drifty. It was a control. So, well, big up Baz in the chat. How you doing, well, man? Baz, I saw your message on your community post. Hope you're doing well, man. I know you've stopped the channel now. You stopped YouTubing, so I hope you're in a good place and all that, man. Big up to you. Clockbroke Records, Stockbroke, 140-year-old record. Yeah, Slot's doing bits, man. Darwin catching some form, yeah. Darwin, big up my man from Ghana. Hope you're doing good, my friend. Hope you're doing good. And Nay in the house. Big up, Nay. Been a while, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Jamie, Darwin Nunez has made more tackles than Declan Rice this season. That's a bit mad. Ain't gonna lie. That's a bit crazy. That's a bit crazy. That's a crazy. That shouldn't be. You know what I mean? All good, Jane. Love for the low. Yeah, big up, Baz. Glad you're doing well, my friend. Glad you're doing well. Right, let's talk about this Chiesa stuff. So there's an article going around online today. I don't know if you guys have seen it, saying that Federico Chiesa is homesick. Apparently, the guy's homesick, or their family have not settled in Liverpool yet. They're finding life hard, and Liverpool might look to loan them off in January. There's Roma, Napoli, and AC Milan, I believe, are all interested. And for me, I think it's all crap. I don't think he's homesick. I don't think he's not the reason he's not settled. Here's what I think is happening with Federico Chiesa. I believe Chiesa, because he didn't have a pre-season, and guys, make sure you're joining in the chat. Let me know what you think's happening with Federico Chiesa, because I think we all believe this article is bollocks, yeah? So with Federico Chiesa, my thing is, I believe he didn't have a pre-season. He never had a pre-season at Juventus because Thiago Motta phased him out. So he didn't have a pre-season at Juventus. He came to Liverpool after our pre-season. Slot basically said he's finding it hard with the tempo of the game and training at this moment in time. The difference in tempo between the way we're obviously training and the way we play on match days in England compared to maybe the tempo they had in Italy. And he's struggling. He's had little niggles here and there, and he's struggling with his form. He's struggling to keep up with the tempo of training, the intensity of the Premier League. It's an intense league. Training's got to be intense because we're playing in an intense league. And his fitness levels at this moment in time are probably nowhere near the fitness levels of everyone else in our team. Because you've got to remember, Chiesa is the only new player this season. So all the players that have been at Liverpool, they've already got that intensity. They've already got that tempo. They're already fully ready to go. They had a pre-season. He didn't have a pre-season. He's coming in. He's struggling with the tempo and the intensity of the league and training at this moment in time. I believe that is what Slot said. I think it's just where he's not had pre-season. He can't get up to the standard needed. And because of that, when you're training and you're not at the fitness levels, the tempo, the intensity as your teammates are at, you're going to get little niggling injuries here and there, and it's going to be hard for Slot to get him into match day squads because of this. And I think that's why Slot said, look, Chiesa weren't bought for today. He was bought for the future. He was bought for the years to come. So it's not a worry. So Slot's not worried about it. I think it's just about him getting him fit, getting him healthy. I believe he's doing a lot of gym work as well. It's not just out in the training ground. I think he's doing a lot of gym work, getting his strength up, getting his conditioning up. And he might be carrying a few knocks here and a few injuries here. But the thing I see is that I've not heard them say about any kind of injury. So when Slot does a press conference, Slot's quite honest. And if someone's injured, they'll tell you what's wrong with them. Someone's been ill, sick, injured, not here, not there. You know about it. Conor Bradley, we're told, got picked up an injury. It's a little injury, not too bad. He's going to be out for a few weeks. He'll be back in like 2 or 3 weeks' time. No problem, done, right? We know when he's back. Not really been told of the kind of injury that Chiesa's got at this moment in time. But he did mention that he can train. So I don't know about you guys. I just feel like because he didn't have pre-season, I just think that's the reason, man. No pre-season is very hard, man. I've seen players come to us before, or players go to other clubs and not have a pre-season and really, really struggle. Really struggle. So it's very, very important to get that few weeks in early in the summer into your legs, getting your conditioning right, getting your intensity correct, being ready to go. Pre-season means a lot, and we saw it at Thiago as well when Thiago came to Liverpool. We never really had proper pre-seasons, and because of that, his body was never right. And I think that's what's happening with Chiesa right now. So, yeah, it's a pain in the butt right now. It's a pain in the arse right now for us not having Chiesa available. But I'd rather Chiesa. I want Chiesa in our matchday squads. We all do. He's a fabulous little player. But if he's not ready, I'd rather the manager just keep him on the sidelines, keep him training, try and get his condition up, try and get his fitness up, get rid of the niggling little injuries and play him when he's right. If that means we don't see him all season, we don't see him all season. If we don't see him until next season, we don't see him until next season. If we see him in 10 weeks' time, we see him in 10 weeks' time. We see him 4 weeks, we see him in 4 weeks. I don't want to rush Chiesa, guys. I don't know about you. Chiesa's had a bad knee injury, as we all know. There's no point pushing him. There's just no point pushing him into coming back too early. He's not right. He's not fit. And then we lose him for longer. I'd rather Chiesa just sit on the sidelines, do his thing, get up to speed, get that tempo, get that intensity, get that conditioning, get that fitness into his legs and body. And then sooner or later, we'll get to see the real Chiesa, guys. So, yeah, I'm not too worried about it at the moment. Let me know in the chat what you guys think of the Chiesa situation. Am I right? Am I wrong? What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. Big amount doing good as well. I think Slot is playing Spozo as a Bobby Hendo hybrid. But shame he lacks the passing ability, intelligence at times. Yeah, man. We'll get to Spozo in a minute. So 9 tackles versus Rice's 7. That's mad, we just got on. Just got on here? Big up Alexander. Yeah, it's just lies, man. It's just lies. It's worth talking about as well. Exactly, Callum. It's worth talking about as well. I mean, he's our player. Let's have a chat. These are the articles going online at the moment that apparently he wants to go home and he's not settled and all this sort of stuff. Liverpool looking for a loan back into Italy. The thing is, though, where this is, I think, BS, because if he was wanting a loan back to Italy, if Liverpool are looking to loan him in Italy, why are we loaning him if he's apparently injured? That don't make sense, does it? Yeah, exactly. Utter BS. Italians never selling a ball outside. It could be true. I mean, we remember his video when he joined the club. That man was happy as anything. So I don't know. Slot said his body has to adapt to new intense training. Yeah, exactly, Bob. That's what I'm saying. His intensity ain't there yet. That's why I don't think he's actually injured. It's adapting his physique, his body to the intensity and all that of English football. Yeah, I agree, Oscar. I agree. Big up my man Scraps in the chat. That's hard to believe. I just think he's getting him ready to take. Yeah, I agree, Baz. I agree. What else are we saying? Chiesa will be fine. He'll be involved when he's ready. I agree. That's why I'm not worried. Get Chiesa in a bag. He'll be fine. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 442 full of SC. Exactly. Be up, Nick, in the chat. How you doing? Well, man. Go and make sure you guys subscribe to the Football Club, guys. Nick's channel. Make sure you go and subscribe to him, man. Wait, what are you saying? Will it be? No. It's an article that was on Twitter today. I think that a lot of people saw. Thought it's worth talking about it, and that's basically breaking it down and what utter bollocks the article was, really. I don't think the rumours that he's homesick early is true. I think the coaches are taking things slowly. He needs time. Yeah, exactly. But they won't say that, though. You know what I mean? Be out of Colin chat as well. I believe you're correct, Jamie. It's no injury. It's all about fitness and right things to do to let him get in a league that suits him best. It's not a shame on him. Exactly. He's just getting his body right. The intensity in this league is massive, and he didn't have pre-season. No pre-season training. I've seen it with other players when they're out for injuries and stuff like that, and they don't have pre-season. Bet players that are used to the Premier League already, players that have been at the club for years and time, that miss pre-season because of injury, are never the same during the season. Their fitness levels are just not there. They're not there. No matter how good they are, no matter how long they played for the club before, no matter how long they played in England in the Premier League for, they know the intensity. They're up to date with the intensity. They know it. But because they miss pre-season, they just can't catch up with fitness. That's where all your fitness begins. That's why pre-season is so important in the modern ages, because the amount of football the players have, they then have that bit of time off. Because when you're playing, you're fit. When you're playing and playing and playing and playing, your fitness levels are going higher and higher and higher. Then they level out, and once your fitness levels level out, you stay on that level. And then when you take time off, 2 or 3 weeks, your fitness levels drop massively really quickly. So your levels will be here constantly because you're playing, you're training and playing every day. And then when you take 2 or 3 weeks off, it literally falls like that so quickly, because your body is so used to being active, being fit, being playing, moving in a certain way. And then when you take 3 weeks off, bang, gone. So if you miss pre-season, getting back into full fitness, extremely difficult. Extremely difficult. I think that's exactly what's going to happen, Jamie. Yeah, I agree. Jamie, I wonder if that's the reason we see Slot giving Diaz more time on the right. No Chiesa, so Slot had to prepare someone to prevent Salah from getting injured. What do you think? Yeah, I agree. I think if Salah's going to take any time out or not play a certain game and be subbed, I think you'll see Diaz go over on the right-hand side. I think Diaz could be ready by December. If he's ready by December, Michael, brilliant. Do you know what I'm saying? I'll welcome it, man. Yeah, Jamie was. Oh man, no man, that's bad. Big up to you. He's mad for Liverpool and would tear the house down. Yeah, exactly. Big up my man Colin as well. Member for 18 months. Look at that. Big up you. What a gentleman. Jamie, if we're still at the top in January or thereabouts, do you think we need to make a statement signing in the window? Yeah, I think we do. Definitely. I don't think he's actually injured. I think it's more of just getting used to everything. He's finding fitness. He's finding his fitness. That's where I think it lies at the moment. He's not fit at all. He's not fit enough at this moment in time. I think Slot. I don't want to paraphrase Slot and get it wrong, but I think he sort of said along the lines that he can't complete training at the moment because his fitness levels at this intensity is not high enough. So that's why he's not in matchday squads. Yeah, it's like going back to the gym after a while and you ache more than you do if you go often. Exactly. Chiesa played most of last season. He shouldn't be that far off doing 36. I think it's the intensity difference to Italian football to English football and the way Liverpool play. Liverpool play and train in a high intensity, and then they play at a high intensity in the Premier League. And I think what Slot's basically saying is that his body isn't ready yet at that level to even complete training, let alone be put in matchday squads at the moment. So it's not like he's injured constantly or anything like that. It's basically him trying to prepare his body and get right. And because he missed pre-season, that's what I'm saying. He was played all in Italy and all that, went to the Euros. Then you have all that summer off. You have 3 or 4 weeks off, no training. You go back to Juventus, you're told by Thiago Motta that you've got no business here. You know, your time at Juventus is finished. We're moving you on. He's got to find a new club. So he's got no pre-season in Italy, no pre-season under Juventus. Comes to Liverpool after pre-season's finished. Comes to a very intense, high-tempo league. Training with players that are at a higher tempo and intensity than he is right now. And he's just struggling a little bit. But obviously people need to make stuff up and say about that him and his wife have not settled. Although I believe, although Chiesa's not playing, his wife is going to every home game. I believe she's been spotted at most home games. So although Chiesa's not playing, she's going to home games. So apparently they're not settled, but if she's going to games, I think we can all say that's BS. The man couldn't be more happy about joining Liverpool Football Club. What's happened is he's just found out that the levels and the training levels are just right up there. And like Colin said, once he gets fully match fit, he gets fit, he gets strong, his conditioning gets better. He will be absolutely a beast for us. So I've got no worries, man. The intent, yeah, but the intent, even if you don't think that, Max, the intensity difference is massive. The intensity, it's not just us, it's the opposition as well, Max. It's the whole league. It's not just us playing at intensity, high intensity. It's playing the opposition. It's playing the surroundings. It's playing in England. And apparently Slot says they train at a high intensity. So the training's at a high intensity. You can't even complete training at the moment, apparently. So that's some of the issues going around at the moment. And we don't want to get him injured, guys. If he's not fully match fit, I don't think Slot wants to pick him in his match day squad, bring him on as a sub. And because he's not completely match fit yet and his body's not conditioned yet, you don't want to get him picking up little injuries, do you? So it's best off just letting him be. Put Chiesa to one side, get his body up to scratch, get his conditioning, his intent, and everything up to scratch, and then eventually you'll see a proper player. So, yeah. No, it was a rumor going online today, Mac. I don't know if you saw it. It was on Twitter today. There was a rumor on Twitter today about he's homesick. He wants to go back to Italy. Liverpool looking to loan him in January, but it's all bollocks. Apparently, it's all bollocks. Yeah, it's all bollocks. League, I understand, but we play in slow motion now. I think we've run the third most in the Premier League, you know. I think we've run the third most in the Premier League. What would your front three be against Brighton in the Cup? I don't know, you know, because obviously we got Jota, if he's fit, I don't know. I'm not sure actually, because some of the youngsters that would have played have been sold or gone on loan. I don't know if Jayden Danns is fit yet. If Jayden Danns is fit, I might throw him in there. I'm not sure actually, okay. I have to think about it. I think Brighton in the Cup is the slip up. I can't see us winning that. Hopefully we do. I think the difference between Brighton are not going to be able to play two. So Brighton know they got Liverpool back to back. If Brighton goes strong in the League Cup and strong in the Premier League, they're going to lose the Premier League game. I think they will both rotate. It's interesting. I think Liverpool win both games. I think we win both games. I would say give Dan to go at Brighton. Too strong. Depends who they put in. Yeah, Kumas is doing well at Stoke. He's playing that number 10 role as well, ain't he? Gakpo, Diaz and Nunez. I hear that. Yeah, I hear that. What my front three be for Sunday? I'll talk about that tomorrow afternoon. I've got my Arsenal preview tomorrow afternoon, my friend. So what I'll do then, Darren, make sure you're here tomorrow, man. We'll talk about it tomorrow afternoon. Or today. 5 o'clock this afternoon. Yeah, so that's my opinion on Chiesa's situation. I think it's just where he missed pre-season, he's struggling. And because he's not been seen, people are going to make up shit about like going back to Italy and all this sort of stuff. So, yeah, big up Solo in the chat. Hope you're doing well, man. Chiesa is done, Jamie. He's not injured, though, Solo. That's the thing. He's not actually injured. That I know, anyway. He might have a niggling little injury, but apparently it's more of a training thing at the moment. Let me see if I can get any quotes up from. Let's see if I can get any quotes up about Chiesa. Hang on 1 second. Right, let me, because I might be totally wrong in everything, but let me have a little look at. Chiesa only played 78 minutes for Liverpool to date, with his only start coming in the Carabao Cup game against West Ham last month. Liverpool head coach Arne Slot confirmed Chiesa had been left out of the squad for the Champions League game RB Leipzig on Wednesday. With Federico, it's a bit more simple, although it's more difficult, but it's more simple to explain, Slot said. He missed a complete pre-season. I've said this many times. We are going to the league where the intensity is might even be higher than the Italian league. We just faced 2 Italian teams, so I can say this now. So that makes it difficult for him to make the step up towards the intensity levels of the rest of the team at the moment. That is not so much to do with the Italian league or the Premier League. That has more to do with him missing a complete pre-season. That is not so difficult for every player when the games are consistently there to build up them towards the levels we are at. So difficult to say, but it's a big disappointment for him that he's going to be in and out of the training squads all the time. I feel sorry for him. But he signed a long contract, so we'll see what that brings for us. But for the moment, unfortunately for him, he has been He has been 1 or 2 times in the team section and not more than that. So basically, Slot has just said what we've been saying there, guys, that he can't even complete training at this moment in time. Oh, is he done? No, he's good. He's good. So that's what Arne Slot said there, guys. So I hope you all heard that okay. So Arne Slot basically saying that Chiesa is not injured at this moment in time. He just can't complete training sessions. He ain't got that fitness. And because he can't complete training sessions all the time, he ain't going to be in the matchday squad yet. So it's not a worry because the Slot said he signed a long-term contract. Because he signed a long-term contract, I expect him to be ready to go quite soon. And my Wi-Fi gone again. I'll tell you, this StreamYard, man, it's getting on my tits now. It really is. It really is. Let me have a look. How are we doing here? Oh, it's okay. Okay, I thought the Wi-Fi had gone, but it looks all right. It says a lot for Italian football when not fit as Prem players. Well, look at the games we played. Look at the games we played against AC Milan and Bologna. Our intensity, the levels of intensity and tempo were almost night and day, and that's what Slot's saying. The difference in tempo and intensity is night and day between the 2 leagues. And he didn't look, guys. This all goes to he didn't have pre-season. Slot, I've just read it out to you. Slot's quotes. He never had pre-season. And because he never had a pre-season, he's not up to scratch. And the problem is, like this fake article that is online today talking about him going on loan to Italy. Liverpool are not going to let a player go to Italy where they're complaining that he ain't up to scratch with his tempo and conditioning, because the tempo and conditioning intensity of the English game is so much higher. Then why would you loan him to bloody Italy? That makes no sense. Again, so this article again that came out today, that's just why I titled it the way I titled it, guys, because we're calling out this article. We're calling out this BS. Yeah, about him being homesick and wanting to go back to Italy. And then Arne Slot is basically saying he can't even complete training sessions at the moment because his fitness levels are not high enough because he missed pre-season. So then why are we going to loan him out to Italy? It makes no sense. So again, this article that was out today is absolute bollocks. You know, it's absolute bollocks. He never had a pre-season at Juventus. He never had a pre-season at Liverpool. It's gotta be difficult for him. Hopefully he can get training soon, man. Hopefully he can get training soon. Happy birthday, Ant. All right, Joe. I turned 37 today. Happy birthday, man. Big happy birthday to you, my friend. Big happy birthday to you. Birthday wishes in the chat for Ant Dicko, man. Ant's been an OG of the channel since day one. So please, guys, give birthday wishes to my man Ant, yeah. I read all of this about pre-season. He never had nothing. No, he got frozen out at Juventus by Thiago Motta. Jamie, I'm worried that Chiesa will never be fit in the Premier League. He will be. He will be. Just give him time, man. He'll get there. Don't worry. And when he gets there, it's going to be good, man. Don't you worry. Media always trying to gaslight people into thinking they have the right story. I know, tell me about it. We got Sleepy Forest as well. Jamie, I'm going to give him until next international break. Otherwise, his next half a mellow. I understand what you're saying, but I think it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. Happy to skip to. Happy birthday to Ant. It's my daughter's birthday today. Happy birthday wishes to your daughter as well, my friend. Happy birthday wishes to your daughter. Yeah, I hope she has a fantastic day, my friend. I hope she has a fantastic day. He will have a special program with his trainer at this point, so he will be the first one at the first team from that. Yeah, look, if he's back at Christmas, he's back at Christmas, guys. No rush in this man, yeah? No rush in this man. First birthday. Special, man. Special. It's her first birthday. Special birthday, man. Special birthday. It's beautiful. Beautiful, my friend. Simicastle Gomez start for me at left back on Sunday. I think Robbo legs have gone now. Not wise putting Scott up against Saka. Hear that? I hear that. Again, we'll talk about the Arsenal game at 5 o'clock this afternoon. Obviously, there's more transfer news. So we're getting closer to that time of year. It's almost November. So that basically means January transfer window is not far away. So obviously we're getting a bit of transfer news going around there. And, you know, a certain name keeps being brought up and a certain left back. So let me just see if I can get this up right now. Pause. So apparently, Liverpool apparently had officials present yesterday at the Champions League game between Benfica and Feyenoord. They were watching both Alvaro Carreras and Orkun Kökçü. So, two players at Benfica that are highly touted. I believe Alvaro Carreras was at Man United as a kid, I believe. And Orkun Kökçü, I believe, was at Feyenoord with Arne Slot. Kökçü's another midfielder, sort of deep line playmaking sort of midfielder, a player that we I think we need a midfielder of that kind. I don't know if Koku's that guy. He's only 23 though. But Carreras is a special one because we've been linked with him now for a while. I believe Fabrizio Romano said that there is I think even Paul Joyce said there is actually real interest in the Benfica left back, in Alvaro Carreras. I believe there's real talks going on. I don't know if there's talks going on, but there's real interest from Liverpool's point of view in that left back. Now, the left back area is something we need sorting. You know, I love Robbo to bits. I think we all love Robbo to bits, man. He's been one of my favourite left backs Liverpool have had ever, in my opinion. I think he's been an exceptional player for Liverpool Football Club. Exceptional talent, exceptional character, leader, total shithouse as well. Love Robbo. We all love Robbo. But I think it's coming to the end now. You know, I believe he's 30 years old, just turned 30 years old. He's been playing for Liverpool for about 6-7 years now at a high intensity, high level. You know, his legs are probably been run ragged. I don't know if he's got much more to give. He's not the future of Liverpool at left back at this moment in time. He's the present, but I wouldn't say he's the future. Tsimikas, similar. I think Tsimikas is like 27 years of age, but I've never been a big fan of Tsimikas. I think we can upgrade on him. So left back is an area I think Liverpool are definitely looking at. The C is pronounced CHR. Big up, Scratch. Thanks for letting me know, man. Thanks for letting me know. So the C is Carreras. All right, Carreras, and is it Carreras like that? Big up you, man. So a left back is who we're looking at. We've been looking at him for a while now. As I said, for a British and Paul Joyce have both said Liverpool have a keen interest in him. So I think that's something to watch, guys. I don't know what his transfer value is. My problem is we've been burned by Benfica before, so. And then obviously Orkun Kökçü was he captain at Feyenoord for slot, guys? Oh no, Kökçü. Oh, it's the CH. Oh, got you. Big up, Scraps. Big up, see. Big up, man. Yeah. Was Kökçü, was he the captain at Feyenoord? I think he was under Slot, weren't he? Yeah, exactly, David. Not just high level, James, top level. Yeah, Robbo's been great, man. Kökçü. Okay. Big up, Scraps. No Benfica players, please. I hear you. Yeah, he was, yeah. So maybe there's something there. I don't know. They might be making a mountain out of a molehill there. I've heard his release clause is quite high, though, so I'm not sure about that one. Again, it's players that we've been linked with. The left back, Carrera, is someone we've been linked with all season now since the summer window, but I believe, and again, Paul Joyce, I believe, and Fabrizio both said there is a keen interest in him. So I think it's a watch this space for maybe the left back. Let's see. I think it's a watch this space for the left back. For the midfielder, I don't know. If we were going after Zubimendi in the summer, I think getting Zubimendi to Kökçü or whatever his bloody name is a heck of a drop, if you ask me. So they might be just putting 2 and 2 together there because he was Slot's captain at Feyenoord. For me, it's still Zubimendi if Liverpool can get a midfielder. But that left back area, interesting one. Benfica. What's this? Benfica stop smearing Nunez. Yeah, I know what it means, man. Why wouldn't I know what it means? What does that mean? Burnt by Benfica. You're telling me if you could pay Noah, if you had the money, you would pay 85 million again now for Darwin Nunez, or would you pay a little bit less? What would you pay? And by the way, Darwin had 2 great games recently. Keep that up, yeah. He's got to keep that up now. He's got to keep that up. But right now, I'd pay 30 million for Darwin. 30 million, something like that, 35 million. Definitely not 65 to 85. That's what I mean by it. Not the price. I don't want to go to Benfica and pay for a player who ain't worth that money. And that's what I believe they want for the midfielder. I think they want like 60, 70 million for him, I heard. I wouldn't touch him for that. But yeah, right now, Darwin's playing well. 2 games in, led the line beautifully. I thought, I'll say this again. I think I said it earlier on. Darwin led the line really well against last night against Leipzig. I forgot who we played. I thought he led the line fantastically against Leipzig. Got a goal, should have had a penalty. Looked good. I thought he looked very good when he came on as a substitute as well. If he can carry that on, be proper happy with him. Proper happy with him, man. Proper happy with him. I'm just saying he's not a 65, 85 million pound player. That's all. That's all. That's all. I think Darwin, keep playing like that, man. You'll be all right, man. 64 million pound for a player who got less Premier League goals than Chris Wood. So Noah, that means you'd buy Chris Wood, yeah, for 65 million. I've just look, by the way, I've just pissed off. So I think Solanke at 65 million is a complete waste of money. And Solanke got more Premier League goals, I think, than Darwin last season. That don't mean they're worth that much money. You know what I'm saying? But that don't mean I'm saying Darwin's a shit player. This is what people don't, this is what the big Darwin Nunez fans don't seem to understand. I'm not saying Darwin's a shit player. I think Darwin's a good player. I just don't think he's that player of that price. If we got Darwin for 35 million, 30 million, then his stats would be like perfect for that price range, if that makes sense. Yeah, I would. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I think Darwin's a good footballer and he's doing well. He's got to keep it up. If he can keep it up, by the way, guys, this is what everyone forgets. If Darwin keeps it up and we win things, then Darwin is then worth the money. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, people are talking about the Colombian striker at Aston Villa, Duran. He doesn't start games, but he comes on as a substitute and scores a lot of goals, yeah? But he hasn't started any games. And Aston Villa wants 70 million for him. I'm not paying 70 million pound for Duran, who don't start games but scores lots of goals off the bench. No way. No way. But does that mean I think he's a bad player? No. Yeah, it doesn't mean I think he's a bad player. I think he's a good player. Yeah. That's all it is. I think Darwin's going well, and if he carries on like this, we've got a good player on our hands. Yeah. But as I keep saying, everyone always brings out his goals and assists, yeah? So I take it everyone that likes Darwin's goals and assists now wants Duran from Aston Villa because they're exactly the same. But a lot of Liverpool fans I speak to says they don't want Duran because he don't start games, but his goals off the bench are as good as Darwin's. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, keep it up. Yeah, this is a thing, 40. See, that's what did I just say 30 to 40 million I'll pay for Duran, yeah? Yeah. But Villa wants 70. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's just, yeah. I want Darwin to explode, guys. You don't understand this. This is what people might not understand about Darwin Nunez, yeah? When people hear me and other people criticise Darwin, it's not because we're criticising him because there's a player there that can do better. Look, I wouldn't criticise him if he was shit. I wouldn't even bother with him. But he's not shit, is he? In my opinion, he's not shit. He's a good player. But he's just got to do better. He's got to be more consistent. He's got a massive chance here. Darwin's got a huge chance here because Jota's going to be out for another. I don't think Jota's going to be back to after the international break. Yeah. So if Jota's not back to after the international break, Darwin's got a chance to go, you know what, this is my spot now. Have a great performance against Arsenal, have a great performance against Brighton, put your work in and go, you know what, even if Jota's fit, this is my spot now. It's a big chance for him, And I hope he does it. That's what people seem to get wrong. I just hate the fact that people keep going, he's got this and that in goals and assists. But if I bring up players that have got goals and assists that are more than him, people will say, but he's not better. So, you know what I'm saying? I think Duran, I don't think Duran's all that at Villa. I really don't. He don't start games. So when he does start games, he really don't score goals and he gets substituted. He kicked off yesterday because he got subbed. Literally kicked off. Acting like a sport bitch. That's just me, man. That's just me. Shouldn't Darwin be better, man? If he's better, I'm here for it. People just get everything wrong. People think we just hate for hating. No one's hating. I think everyone in the chat would love Darwin to smash 25 Premier League goals this season. And he should do. Duran's only scored 4 to 5 goals in the season. I don't know. What is his... how many goals has Duran scored? I'll have a look, actually. It seems like he scores every week. Let's have a look. So he's got two goals in 3 games this season. Last season he got 4 in 8. Last season he got 4 in 8 games. This season he's got 2 in 3. It just seems like he scores every week. So for the amount of games he plays, so Duran has got 7 goals in 12 games this season. He's got 4 goals in 8 Premier League games. So he's got 7 in 12, and he doesn't start any game. It's all subs. It's not, it's not bad. It's not bad. And he's only, 20, 21, 20 years of age? Something mad like that. Yeah. Yeah, 7 goals in 12 games this season. I'm trying to get what he's got overall. So Duran's got 15 goals for Aston Villa. He's got 15 goals for Aston Villa in all competitions, and he's only 20 years of age. It's not too bad. Not too bad. He's a super sub. He's a super sub. And that's why I don't rave about him. This is what I'm trying to say. I've seen a lot of people raving about Duran. Absolutely raving about him. But he's a super sub. He scores goals off the bench. I don't think he's all that. But he's a 20-year-old kid who's learning the game. So, that's what I'm trying to say. I don't look at someone like, oh, go. We're going by him. Like, no. I think Darwin's a better player than Duran. I'll give you that. I think Darwin's a better player than Duran. I think Darwin's a decent player. I think there's a lot of Darwin's game that's a little underrated. I really do. I think there's a lot of Darwin's game that's underrated. But he's got to just keep going, guys. Let's not get gassed after 2 games. Let's see him consistently keep going, yeah? That's consistent. Let's consistently see it, yeah? He played 2 very good games. I don't want to get over-gas him. Let's not get like, I just want to see him continue doing it. Let's see him get the winner against Arsenal, guys. Let's see him absolutely run Gabriel ragged at the Emirates on Sunday and get a goal. And then play Brighton and run them ragged and get a goal against Brighton. Then I'll be sitting there going, you know what? When Jota's fit, he can't come back in the team. Darwin's got that position nailed down at the moment, leaving B. That's what I want, guys. Then I'll start getting gassed. And that's when I want, man. I think Darwin could be a player. When was Jota's last training injury? Yeah, Jota don't seem to get injured in training that much, I don't think, Scraps. His last 2 injuries have been injuries on the pitch where he's got fouled, ain't he? The knee injury, that was from a foul, weren't it? And then this injury right now is where, was it Tosson was grabbing him and then his knee went into his chest, into his ribs and bruised up. So he's got bruising on his chest and ribs. So it's tender. That's why he's going to be out for a couple of weeks. Hell no. Would you take Ahmed Dalalo? No. No, I would not. I don't think we need to find one because I think Salah stays. He has to take the chance, Nunez, to be fair. Jota form's been shit. I'm a big Jota fan. I can sit up and say right now, Jota form's not been good. So Darwin deserves to play. Yeah. Yeah, Jota in that nasty collision, man. Yeah. Jota's not built like that, is he? That's my problem with Jota. He's not built for combat. It's the only thing I'll say about him. I love Jota a bit, so I think we all do. You know, he's a very good finisher. Goals to game ratio for his goals to game ratio and he scores no penalties either. I think he's like top 3 in the league. It's fantastic, but he's just not built for battle. You know, you could probably give Darwin a dead arm, but just a little jab in his arm, he'd probably have a dead arm or a broken arm from it. His body's just it's not built for battle, is it, unfortunately? So, you know, he took a little, you know, when you look back at the foul by Tolson, yeah, his knee goes into his chest a little bit as he's falling, but that's kept him out for 2 weeks, guys. That's what I mean. You know, that little collision has kept him out for a couple of weeks. I just think as good as a footballer he is and as good as a goal scorer he is, he's just not built for battle, is he? He's just not built for battle. Big up Imran in the chat as well. You're doing well, man. I hope you're doing well. But yeah, that's it, guys. Just a nice little video there. The news video catching you up on the transfer rumours at the moment for the 2 players at Benfica. We see how that goes. And then obviously just basically getting the BS out of this story that Chiesa wants to go back to Italy and Liverpool want to loan him back and all this bollocks. So we broke that down. We've read the quotes from Slot himself. We've come to the realisation now that it's probably just because he missed pre-season and it might be a while till we see him. But, you know, it is what it is. So, yeah, just a little Liverpool video. I like doing these little videos, guys. Just news, yeah? Just news. Like news in what's going on right now. We pick a few news articles out. We talk about it. Bang. There you go. So, yeah, just a little hour video. Big up everyone. Thank you for being here. So later on today, because it is now Friday, I'll be back at 5 p.m. this afternoon talking about Arsenal and Liverpool, talk about the match preview. It's going to be good, so make sure you join me for that. I'll try and get K-Mac on with it as well, but I don't know if he's free, but I'll see if anyone's free to jump on with me. We can chat about the Liverpool Arsenal game, so make sure you join me 5 p.m. this afternoon, guys. I appreciate it. And yeah, great chat, guys. Great chat about the Darwin Nunez stuff as well. As I said, I don't hate the guy, just want him to do better, which is nothing wrong with that. So big up everyone. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. Good night, everyone. Enjoy your night and sleep well, guys. Sleep is good for you, so sleep well. I'll see you at 5 p.m. this afternoon. Bye-bye now.